In this tutorial, we will learn how to calculate means and standard deviations using Microsoft Excel. These same formula or functions that I'll demonstrate today can also be used in Google Sheets. So what we have here in terms of context is a task KSAO analysis, where KSAO stands for knowledge, skills, abilities, and other characteristics. And so here we have a set of task statements here. And so perhaps we want to know, for this job, whatever this job might be, maybe it's a customer service representative, is we want to know how critical are each one of these tasks for completing the job. And a typical way that we do this through a job analysis, and specifically a task KSAO analysis, is that we have different subject matter experts, often who are current job incumbents or supervisors of job incumbents. We have them rate each of the task statements and/or KSAO statements in terms of criticality. So that's what we have here in terms of this simulated sample data set. So as you can see, we have 11 task statements here in the first column. So for instance, one of the task statements is speaks with customers who are interested in new products. And then we have 1 through 8 different SMEs, which stands for subject matter experts. And now let's assume that each one of these unique subject matter experts, where each subject matter expert has their own unique column of ratings here. Let's imagine that each one of them rated each one of these tasks in terms of criticality, where the format goes from 1, which would be low criticality, to 5, which would be high criticality. So for instance, subject matter expert 5 rated task 1 as 5, which would indicate that this person perceived this task to be highly critical for this job of the customer service representative. Now, we need to aggregate or do some descriptive statistics in order to make better judgments based on this data, because ultimately our goal is going to be to determine which tasks are most critical, or conversely, if we had access to KSAO data, which KSAOs are most critical, and which are least critical. And oftentimes, those that are least critical, we tend to drop those from subsequent steps in the task KSAO analysis. Now, in addition, we are interested in how much agreement we have between subject matter experts when it comes to the level of criticality of each task. And that's where the standard deviation comes in. So let's walk through a couple examples here and practice interpreting this. So in order to calculate the mean for the first task here, let's go to this cell here under mean, which is in column J here, and do equal, and then type average, okay? Because another name for a mean is an average. And if you hit tab, it'll auto-complete this for you. And what we're going to do here is, once we see this first parenthesis here, is we are going to drag across. Alternatively, you could type this directly in up here as well. You could say the array of cells from B2 to I2 here. So it references columns and rows there. And we don't have to, but we can do the final parenthesis here and then hit enter. And now you'll see we've calculated the mean for this first task here, okay? And so if this is a 1 to 5 format or rating scale that we're using here, this is a fairly high mean. It's not super high. The highest would be a mean of 5. But the next question becomes, what is the standard deviation or the dispersion or spread of these scores? How much in agreement, in other words, do these subject matter experts have with respect to how critical this first task is? Well, to calculate the standard deviation in Excel, we can do equal again, and then start typing STDEV, okay? And you'll notice there's a little drop-down menu that'll likely form here. And if we select or type in STDEV.S, and .S stands for sample, so the sample specific standard deviation here. And you'll see that it's STDEV.S, all caps, and then we have the first parenthesis. And we can do the same thing where we drag across here, select the array or vector of cells here. And again, you see it's B2 to I2, which is what we saw before. We can hit the closing parenthesis here and hit enter. And here you'll see the standard deviation of 0.99, so almost 1. So that's a good degree of variability there. So what it means is any standard deviation that's greater than 0 indicates that there's some disagreement, or not everybody agrees on how critical this task is. So ideally, in order to determine which tasks are most critical, we would look at the mean, and then also we would look at the standard deviation to determine how much agreement do people have around that. Now, generally, once you have a very high mean, it's going to actually put a restriction on how big your standard deviation is going to be when you have an upper limit to the scale, which we do here, which is 5. The same thing goes for the lower end of the scale too. The closer you get to 1 on this scale of 1 through 5, the tendency, when it comes to the mean, the greater likelihood that your standard deviation is also going to be smaller, and this is due to this range restriction issue. Okay, so we've now calculated the mean and standard deviation for the first task. Let's just see this little box down here. If we highlight both of these cells and we drag this all the way down, this is a quick way of pulling our formula all the way down and applying it to other cells. And so it'll go row by row. And so for instance, you can see if we test this first one here, you'll see that it's selected the second row of cells here that corresponds to the second task, which is works to solve customer complaints, and so on. Now let's work through these. So if we were going to identify which of these tasks seem to be most critical based on these subject matter expert or SME judgments of criticality, well, right here, the second task has a mean of 5 and a standard deviation of 0. And so if you look across here, you'll see every single person put 5 out of 5 in terms of criticality. That's why the standard deviation is 0. There's no spread or dispersion or variance in these scores here, or these ratings. And so this would definitely be a score that we could maybe say is a keeper. And so this is a task that's a keeper. So let's highlight this as in yellow. Actually, let's do that in green here to indicate that it is a very critical task. And now let's scan through here again and see what is the next highest mean that we see. Okay, so it's 4.25. Let's look at the standard deviation. It's 0.46. So while it's not perfect agreement, as you can see across here visually, everybody gave it a 4 or 5, and that's reflected, and there is some dispersion or spread in these scores. But this does look like a pretty clear candidate for being probably at least in the top 3 most critical tasks. Let's do green there to note that. And then we have one more here that's, well, actually 2 more that are above 4, but you'll see this one down here for task 8. Pretty big standard deviation there, so so there's some degree of a lack of agreement. But we see one that has a higher mean and a lower standard deviation here, which is a good thing in this context. And so here we would say that task 6, which is using a computer to look up customer orders, this is probably one of the top 3 most important tasks as well, at least by ratings by these subject matter experts here. Okay, so we've identified in green here the 3 different tasks, and I'll note here as well. So we've got the 3 different tasks that we deem to be most critical. Okay, so those are tasks 2, 3, and 6. Now, what about, let's say we want to find the 3 tasks that we think are least critical and potentially tasks that we want to remove. And so we'd remove it from the subsequent processes and steps within the task-KSAO analysis, which means that it would also be likely excluded from any type of job description that would result from these data. Okay, so let's now think about the other end. Well, look down here. You can see this right off visually if we're just scanning the raw data, but we get a quick indication or summary here in a descriptive statistic in the mean, and that we see task number 11 provides customers with refunds as appropriate if there's any problem with the product. We see it has a standard deviation or a mean of 1, which indicates that this is the lowest possible average rating you could have on this 1 to 5 scale. So this indicates very low criticality of this task, and the standard deviation is 0 here. So this means, in other words, complete agreement across the raters here. Or in other words, there's a very low standard deviation. There's no standard deviation essentially. So all of the scores are clustered exactly on the mean here. Okay, so let's mark this one in red here to note that it's a candidate for dropping, and I'll note this over here. Okay, so what's the next one that's on the chopping block here? Well, we can see there's another that is 1 point something here. And so we have number 7 here. Task uses telephone system to notify customers about products received. And we can see here that the mean and the standard deviation, the mean is very low and the standard deviation is very low too, so, or relatively low. It shows that there's pretty good agreement here that this is a not very critical task here. So this is another candidate for removal. All right, so what about the next one? Well, let's say if we want to pick a third one, well, if you're going strictly by the means, we would see that we have 2.5 and 2.38 are the next most, are the ones that are seen as being the least critical here. Now, this is where it becomes somewhat of a judgment call because you can see the means are fairly close to each other, 2.5 and 2.38, but this mean right here, the standard deviation associated with task number 4 is huge, 1.41. You can see this reflected in the scores here. We have scores, some people think this is a really critical task, other people say it's not critical at all, and then we have pretty much everything in between here. So that's why we have this large standard deviation. And then here we see that the mean for task number 9 is a bit lower, so indicating it's less critical, and the standard deviation is lower too, notably lower than task number 4. So this would indicate that there's better agreement down here that this is a bad task. Okay, so in this case, we'd probably pick this task right here because it has both a low mean and a low standard deviation, and the context is we're trying to make a decision based on these data which task to remove, okay? And so let's go ahead and note that task number 9 should be removed. Now, in real life, you'd want to be making these decisions often with at least a couple of people, if not a team of people, because these can be really consequential. So it's often helpful to have people think through this and decide, okay, which ones are really critical and how much do we care about standard deviation or lack of agreement, okay? So just to sum up, remember that when we're talking about tasks that are most critical and those we want to retain in our task-KSAO analysis, potentially for ultimate use in a job description or with regard to the KSAO in a job specification, well, then we're looking in that context for a very high mean and a very low standard deviation. If we're trying to determine which tasks seem to be the least critical, well, in that case, we're looking for a very low standard deviation and we're looking for, or rather a very low mean and for a low standard deviation as well, okay? But also we should be wary of tasks that have really high standard deviations too, because that could mean that, well, maybe there's a lot of variance or variety in terms of how different people perform this job. And that's what this standard deviation might indicate here, this very large one for task number 4. It could indicate that these subject matter experts, yes, they might all be current job incumbents, but they also might be working in different facilities at the same company or something like that, where in different facilities they might have different norms, or informal norms surrounding what is appropriate to do on the job or what's not appropriate and so forth, or what's critical and what's not as critical. All right, so it's relatively straightforward when it comes to calculating descriptive statistics like the mean and the standard deviation in Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets. And calculating these basic descriptive statistics can be a very useful tool for informing our decisions when it comes to which tasks to retain or which KSAOs to retain, or conversely, which ones to drop in the context of a task-KSAO analysis. Thank you.